What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Silverback June back at it again with another legendary video. I'm outside here with my car, Drag Strip Rabies 2.0. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy. Anyway, today's episode we're gonna work on some coilovers. I'm about to put some coilovers on this car. Reason being, you know, I'm tired of the drop effect. You know what I mean? Sometimes, well, how my car is sitting, my car is just dropped. So basically it's in one position. I can't raise it, I can't do nothing to it. It just stays lowered, and it's annoying as hell because I could go to a garage or something like that, and you know what I mean, I can't raise the car level up. So today we're gonna raise the car level up about a few inches, maybe an inch or two up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you what I mean. So as you can see over here, my car is so dropped, it's so lowered, so I can't even put my finger in here. You see? So right here, I just want to raise the car just up a little bit. You know, I just want to raise the car up a little bit and see how that's gonna work. You know what I mean? It's too low. You know what I'm saying? Every time I hit a bump or something like that, you know, like I said, if I go over something, or you know, if I'm going in a garage or anything like that, you know, it's annoying. Like I can't go over the ramp, I can't go over ramps. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So I kind of like the front. I kind of like how the front is sitting. I might keep the front the same level, or I might just keep it the way it is. I like how it is in the front, but the rear, I don't like the rear. You know what I mean? So not to say that I don't like it, it just, I want to be able to raise it up and lower it whenever I feel like it. So that's the whole point of the coilovers. Let's jump right into the video. I ain't gonna bore you, and I'm gonna show you what kind of coilovers I'm using. All right, stay tuned. Silverback June. All right, so here we are right now. All right, so coilovers I'm installing from eBay. They call max speeding rods. All right, and those are the coilovers I'm using. I'm about to unbox that. You're gonna need little tools. Recently, I apologize, my tools were stolen. You know, somebody broke into my car and then whatever, they stole some of my tools, but I still managed to set, I still have some tools in the tank. So like I said, this job, I probably, you know, being at the fact that my tools were stolen and all that, so I might be using my hand tools more than my power tools. You know, a lot of my power tools were stolen. So I mean, this is one of my snap-on guns, but this one is not as powerful as the other one that I had before. So, you know, but yeah, that's just trials and errors. I had to get a new tool bag, you know, with a couple of little tools here and there. I still have some tools in that box. And you know, this is my Daytona jack, my new Daytona jack. You get that at Harbor Freight Tools. I think it's about $400, but it's like 1.5 tons. It's pretty good, lightweight, maybe about 30 pounds. You know, you're gonna need a jack. Of course, you're gonna need some PD blasts. All right, you know what I mean? So yeah, but I'm not gonna bore you with this stuff. I think what I'm gonna do is start out in the back first. I'm gonna get the back done because that's where the culprit is. So I want to start attacking the back. The back to me is very difficult. You know what I mean? Being at the fact that you gotta line up the bolt a certain way and then all this stuff. But I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. But we're gonna start off with the back first. I'm about to move the car up front. I'm in a nice shady area. You know, my friends always making fun of me. I always work in the sun. So I got a nice shady area to work in. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna unbox this coilovers. I'm gonna show you what it is and show you what they have here. Right, man, so I just unboxed the max speed, and take a look at this. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the kit comes with. All right, the preload is already set on the fronts. These are the fronts. You know, you either way you could adjust them to the ride height, however you want to, whatever. They give you everything you need to install this thing. They give you the locks. These are the rear springs, which I'm going to start on first, you know, and they give you the bushing piece, the, you know, the adjuster up here, you know, so it mounts on top so you can whatever, you know what I mean. So like I said, I'm gonna be using my hands mostly because I don't really have power tools like that. But I already got the car up in the air. All right, so the first thing we gonna probably do is take the shock off. There's one bolt right here, one bolt up here, and there's another bolt. There's another bolt right down here. All right, right where the shock, right where the shock is at, right there. So I'm gonna have to go in through this way. Okay, so like I said, taking the shock out, taking the shock is really not hard. It's more the spring. I mean, I seen how a guy, shout out to the guy at Reignited. You know, he basically dropped the frame. He didn't drop the frame down, but he took the subframe bolts down, like, you know, took them out completely and jacked it up in a way, jacked the subframe to where it's not gonna drop. I'm not pretty much gonna do that. I'm more or less gonna take the bolt out from right here, take the bolt out right here, and pray to God that the whatchamacallit just drops. Okay, the control arm just drops a little bit. I'm gonna try to hold it from right here with the jack, with the floor jack, and cup it up right here and bring it down slowly and try to put the new shot, the new spring in. Okay, most likely I'm gonna have to take this bump off right here. I think this stays right here. This rubber piece stays on the bottom. So yeah, but anyway, I'm not gonna bore you. Let's get right to it. All right, so like I said, first thing you gotta do is take these two bolts out. I'm gonna remove this strut, these Bilsteins. Oh, by the way, these, whatever I take out today, they will be for sale. Holla at me, you know, on YouTube, or you could hit me up on silverback_June silverback_June and on Instagram. All right, so you could DM me there. And basically this stuff is gonna be for sale because I will have no use for it after today. So you know what I'm saying, with that being said, let's get to this video. Let's do these this strut real quick. All right, so sorry, the top bolt up here, so 16mm. All right, so you want to just, I already started loosening them up. Basically, you just want to take them out. You want to take that out, and then the bottom bolt, the bottom one over here, is an 18mm and a 15. So I already loosened them, already got them out the way. So the first thing I'm doing is starting to take the rear. I'm taking off this shock off first. I'm taking off this rear shock, and then I'm gonna get to the spring. All right, so what I did was I loosened up the bolt over here. Hold on, let me see if I can give you a better outcome. There's a bolt right there I loosened by the exhaust. Okay, that bolt right there. So I loosened it with a 15 and an 18, and I put a jack right here. All right, so now to take the spring out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down easy with the jack, nice and slow, because what's gonna happen is that bolt over there is gonna be misaligned a little bit, and it's a pain in the butt to get off. So I'm gonna come down a little bit with the, like so, just like that, just like that. And I'm gonna try to take the shock off, this spring off. See, it still got some tension right here, right? It's got a lot of tension, so I might have to come down a little bit more. Okay, come down just a little bit more. Like about right there, maybe. All right, I'm gonna try to yank. See how loose it is right now? It's a little loose. Might have to come down a little bit. It might have to be misaligned a little bit, maybe. We'll come down a little bit more with it. Like about right there. Right there. I'm sorry. Like right there. Now maybe it might, you know, like I said, when I put it back up, it might align, it might not. This thing is a pain in the butt. That's why I guess like he dropped the subframe, drop it a little bit, but I figured going this route is a better way. I don't know. But you know, shout out to the guy Reignited. You know, he did it on his Magnum project, which is cool. You know, but yep. Just like that, I got the spring out. You see the spring is out. Alright. And I'm gonna put the new one on. I have to take this rubber boot off. This thing has to come off now because that piece I'm not gonna no longer need it. And so let's take this off. I think this has to come out. Alright, so I'm gonna take this. I got the spring out. Alright, these are my HR springs, these are lower springs. So you can see big difference. Alright, big difference. Alright, so like I said, these are a little bit shorter, you know, but I think the way I'm gonna get the ride height to where I want it is by adjusting the shock maybe a little bit, or what's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna measure how this one is. I'm gonna measure my stocks. These are not stocks. Then I'm gonna measure this and make sure that whatever this one was, I'm gonna go a couple of more inches up. So this is really too low. But that's the whole point of the coilovers, because the coilovers, you could adjust it. All right. So what I'm gonna end up doing is take a tape measurer and measure from here, from the spring, whatever, because this is how it's gonna sit, pretty much like this. Okay, it's gonna sit like that and go up. And when it goes up into the piece, what's gonna happen is I can either bring it up or I could bring it down. So it's gonna adjust it from this height. So as you can see, I got the first spring in. All right. Like I said, you take this bolt out right here. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain. I got two jacks here with me. This is my other Daytona jack. All right. I put it on the frame, the subframe. All right, to jack it up as high as I can. Then with this jack, I put it right under here, right underneath the control arm. All right, right underneath the control arm to release tension. All right, I put the tension down. I dropped it a little bit. I mean, it was misaligned a little bit, but with a breaker bar, you know what I'm saying? You could align it back with a breaker bar. All right, but still have tension on it. All right. So now I already got the Bilsteins off. What I'm gonna do is, what I like about this Max thing too, it has a steering dampener thing up here up top. So you could make it hard or you could make it soft, you know, depending on how hard or how soft you want the ride to be. All right, so with that being said, right here, I'm gonna line it up together, see where it's at. You see how long, you see how short it is? This one's a little bit shorter. So I might have to come down here, have to measure it, like where it's at, etc. And then, you know, take it from there. I don't really know how far down this goes, but whatever it is what it is. But you know what I mean? But like I said, this thing, I'm just gonna measure it from top to bottom with the measuring tape, see where I'm at, and if I have to adjust it, whatever, I'll just adjust it from right here. All right, the other spring I didn't adjust yet. I mean, I got it at like, right now it's at like 9.5. All right, but depending on how it's sitting, it might be tucked in, or it might be dropped. You know, it might be dropped real low to the ground. So after I do that, I'm gonna see where it goes. If I have to go up a little bit more, then I'll go up a little bit more. You know what I mean? If I have to go down, then I go down. That's the beauty of having these coilovers. You know what I mean? So you could adjust it how you want. All right, Silverback June. Let me get this situated, and I'll be right back with y'all. All right, everything is in. All right, everything is on. What I'm gonna do now is put the tire on and see where it drop at. If it's too low, then I know I gotta raise it up. Then I have to take the shock off. That's why I didn't tighten up the shock or anything like that, because I have to take the shock off again, and then I'm gonna have to adjust the spring. Either I'm gonna raise it up, I'm gonna make it shorter, or I'm gonna raise it up, I'm gonna drop it a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna do that right now. I just did one side. I should do both sides, but I just want to see where the drop is at. All right, so stay tuned. All right, GoPro, stop recording. So stay. All right, yeah. So like I said, this shock has like a steering, like, you know, if you want your car to be hard or soft, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you want a stiffer suspension or harder suspension, you would come right here. Now mine right now, I think it's set to hard, but if I wanted to make it soft, I just turn this knob right here. Okay, all the way, click. Now right now it's about hard. It's soft right now. So if I want it hard, which I want it hard, I don't want it soft, I might go like maybe 14 clicks. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right about there, I'll probably keep it. You know what I mean? If I want it more hard, I'll just keep going, you know, a couple more clicks. All right, so like as you can see, I did one side. I could at least get a finger or two in there. You know what I'm saying? But I might want to raise it up a little, just a little tad bit more. You know what I mean? The shock I got at 22.5, and the spring I got it at like maybe 9.5. So the spring I might bring it up to like 10, and I'm good. You know what I mean? As far as the shock, I kind of like where the shock is at. You know what I mean? 22.5, I'm good with that. But the spring I'm gonna bring up to like maybe, I would say right now it's at 9.5. I would say I bring it up to like 10, and I should be good. I'm not gonna touch the shock. I think the shock is good right where it's at. All right, so yeah, there you have it. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side.
A few moments later.
All right, y'all, what's going on? Little information for y'all. I forgot to note, I made a mistake. Whatever, you know, we make mistakes all over, you know, whatever, it is what it is. But when I did the rear suspension, I had these rubber pieces on. Okay, so one of them goes to the body of the spring, which you don't need this one, but you do need this one. This one goes to the control arm. This one goes to the control arm on the bottom. You actually need that, because what's going to happen is what's going to happen in time is that what's going to happen is your coilover, the spring is going to be bouncing back and forth. into metal. You don't want that. So it's best to just keep this back on the bottom, and then have the top one, which is over here, have that one off on the body. You could take that one off, but the bottom one on the control arm, you have to keep on. The rubber piece you have to keep on. What I advise you to do is just pretty much simply just clean inside here, because a lot of dirt gets in here, and for some reason I took mine off. The reason why I took mine off is because when I was trying to adjust it, it wasn't actually spinning. Like the rubber, it wouldn't spin. So I was kind of frustrated with that, so I took this off. But that's not the right thing to do. So basically you got to keep this on the control arm, but the body top where the coil over and the spring goes, the rear spring, you have to take this one off. This is okay to take off, but the bottom one, no. All right, so that's just a little information. I made a mistake, but I will get back there again, and I'm gonna put these rubbers back on and then put my spring back on. All right, but it's not, like I said, it's not hard for me to do. I already did it, so but I'm just giving you an update of what to do. All right, man. Yeah, so today we're gonna be attacking the front coilovers. All right, so to be honest with you, I like the way the ride's sitting right now, so I might put it back the same way, but we'll see. But so the first thing you got to do is remove these 6 bolts from the strut tower, because I have to take the strut bar out. All right, so we're gonna take 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. We're gonna take the strut tower off. We're gonna put this back on, like all 3 of them. We're not gonna tighten it, we're just gonna make it snug. So when we're gonna take the tire off and then do all the other stuff. All right, so let's start with that, and I'll get back to it. All right, peace. GoPro, stop recording. Front, hopefully really it's not gonna be that hard. Okay, you got 1 bolt right here. You have the stabilizer link right here, you got to remove. That's another bolt right here, and then you have the 18mm bolt, which is down here, that you have to remove. All right, now the new struts, the new coilovers, it comes with a set, because this one with the shock, the nut is built into the shock already, so you have to use the one they provide for you. So I mean, if I were you, I don't know, we'll see how it plays out, but you know, like I said, it comes with its own washer and stuff like that. It comes with some washers, but you know, to be on the safe side, I would probably get another washer. I don't know, but we'll see how it plays out. All right, but yeah, so first thing you gotta do, like I said, is take this nut off, that nut, and that's it. We're gonna get to it. So I'm gonna start with this first. It has a little cotter pin right here. All right, take some pliers. Alright, then you're gonna find a socket. You're gonna find a socket for this. This might be, I don't know if it's a 19. Let's check. More or less like an 18 or 17. 17mm. You can do it by hand. You know, I have an impact gun, but like I said, you don't necessarily have to do it. You just loosen it up. Come here, get that loose. Alright. Leave it in place like that for now, because you don't want it to just jump out. So you kind of leave like a little bit of room, you know what I mean? And then for this one down here, for the my Hellcat links, I have a socket already right here. So all I have to do now is get that socket on this side, which I do have. All right. So take that and loosen that up. Okay. All right. So we got the shocker off. All right, right here. What I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna take a measurement of this strut right here, because the new ones, the preload is already set on the preload means this is tight right here, right? So the spring is already tight up here. So all I have to do is measure down now from top to bottom over here and see where I'm at right here, or you know, like if I'm gonna make it low or if I'm gonna make it high. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Give me a few minutes. All right, GoPro, stop recording. All right, so as you can see, you see the difference. My Bilsteins, whatever, and my lowering springs, they're about this high, and the coilovers is about that low. So like I said, I like the ride height of how it was before, so I'm not gonna change too much of it. So what I'm gonna do is measure it from down here up and see where I'm at, and try to get the new coilover the same. Also, remember I was telling you about the dampener up here. It got from hard to soft. So you might want to set it between hard and soft to get your ride nice and stiff. All right, so let's take a measurement real quick. Let's see how it's gonna be. I'll just set my camera down right here. I got me a measuring tape. All right, so from here down, here up is about 24 3/8. So I got 24 and maybe 24 3/8 from here down. Maybe I want 24 3/8 from top to bottom. All right, so this is nowhere near. This is about at like this is about 19 5/8. So we gonna have to spin this to get it to close to this one right here. All right, so I'm gonna do that now. And all you gotta do really pretty much is loosen this, right, and turn this down. Keep turning it. All right, y'all, the moment of truth finally done with the coilovers. All right, so I got all 4 coilovers on. Okay, let's just see what it looked like. All right, so you see the back went up just a little bit, but I can put my fingers in there now. All right, the fronts, I got them at 21.5. They're about, I could still, you know, I still got a little gap here, but that's okay. But like I said, with these coilovers, they're actually it's gonna sink down once you start driving. So once you start driving and it sinks down, like I said, you get an idea on where you want your ride height to be. Okay, so anyway, so that right there, I got the fronts are like maybe 21 and a half. The original stock ones are like at like 24 and 5/8. That's a long, even though they were lowering springs, but you know, like I said, they will still drop. The spring will still drop. You know what I'm saying? The preload is already set. Like I said, once you start driving, all right, what's going on? Sorry. No, it's cool. Once you start driving and stuff like that, the coilovers is gonna settle. All right, and when they settle, it's up to you and I whether how you want to ride it, how you want to drive it. If you want it more lower, or you want it a little higher than what it is now. I think right now, where it's at right here, it's perfect. Like, I don't have to do anything to it. But if I ever had to do it, like I said, I would just adjust it and come to terms with that. But I'm happy with the result. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's the end of the video. Silverback June, drag strip rabies. Like, share, subscribe if you like my channel, and if you want more content, just follow me on YouTube, drag strip rabies 2.0. You want to follow me on IG, Silverback June, Silverback_June on IG. All right, and also I got Facebook, so you know what I'm saying, like, share, subscribe. It's important. You know, like, if you want to see more content like this in the near future, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Just follow my channel, subscribe. What are you waiting for? All right, man. Silverback June. I'm out of here, man. Peace. GoPro style.